because the Ringling Brothers Circus traveled on the third track of the line. And so we were always on the third track. We moving pretty good, you know. They going, and I'd have this guy, hey, you know, listen, I'm going to show you something. I remember last time I was here, just look over there, just look over there. And the kid, whoever he was, he would say, what do you see? And he would, "Beow," and the train would come by and about take his head off. But I never let him get hurt now. So anyway.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. B is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that I adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make you take my heart. Please don't break it, love was made for me and you. For me and you. For me and you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, and welcome to the world of Chucko. My name's Chuck Sidlow, and we're going to have some mystery, some history, some memories, old and new.
What we're looking at is an actual railroad car from the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus that was used here in Venice, Florida. And we're going to show some footage of Venice, Florida. But you are working on the train for the Venice Historic Association, right?
Yes, sir.
And I was telling our viewers here, a lot of people in there, that one of my rooms, the room that when I became a boss clown is going to be recognized in that room. And then one of the roomettes, they have a roomette, and that was belonged to one girl clown named Peggy Williams. And then there was Gunther Gable Williams' car will be at one end of that. In the middle, you guys are going to make a museum, mini museum, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a walk. Do you mind?
No, if you want to take a look over here, on what I've been told is air tank for the brakes.
Yeah.
The last brake service was actually done in Venice on this train.
Absolutely, absolutely. See, this is under the era of the Felds, Mr. Irvin and Kenneth Feld.
Yes, sir.
And now our history, my history with the Ringling, I joined the Ringling Show in 1977. That was about 10 or 15 years, about 12 years after the Felds actually purchased and built the arena over here. That was in 66, 67. And then the first Clown College, of course, was in 68. And I went in 77, which was 10 years later. And these railroad cars are about, 90 feet long?
I think this one is 85.
85. We used to say for the publicity, 90 feet long, you know.
90 feet sounds a lot better.
90 feet sounds a lot easier here than 85. I don't know if I can show this. This step, and there's a doorway. See, there's a doorway. Yeah, can you mind it? That's great. You're great. Yeah, see? So that goes up, and then there's steps go down, and then there'd be a little stool down the bottom. Down the bottom. And then you come up, you can drop it, please. There we go, like that. And right up, you show the hinge, the door hinge. Like what they call them, French door. I think they call French door. This bottom, half a door and a half a door. And it would go this way and this way for the weather. And same thing on the other side. You can see it on the other side. It'd be a half a door and a half a door. So when you're riding along, you have the top part back, and you'd be standing there looking at, oh boy, look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah. And I used to do it with the kids, new kids come on the show. And I would be standing there, hey, look at it. And I have them right there, we'd be talking. Let me tell you the story about the line. We're going on the train, hey, look at it. And I would see, long way down, there'd be a train coming the next track. Because the Ringling Brothers Circus traveled on the third track of the line. And so we were always on the third track. We moving pretty good, you know. They going, and I'd have this guy, hey, you know, listen, I'm going to show you something. I remember last time I was here, just look over there, just look over there. And the kid, whoever he was, he would say, what do you see? And he would, "Beow," and the train would come by and about take his head off. But I never let him get hurt now. So anyway, listen, wow, that's beautiful. So for my memory, and I don't know if you knew this, but in the clown car, see, the door was always in the center for every train car. If I was coming in, we come just past the kitchen area, they call it kitchen area, and then little locked up, little tiny refrigerators, two to a person to a refrigerator, shared, you know, with a lock on it. Them guy had a padlock. Over here, a little stove and a little table. Then you come through, it's just the same thing. There was nothing here, but here would start the wall. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6, and then 4. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be like a little, they call it a roomette was here. A little roomette like here. And then the door was a sliding door. So remember there's a hallway here. What's over here? Another roomette. So you're in the middle of the train, roomette, roomette, next roomette, 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 and get about here be 1, 2, 3 little stalls, which were Donaker. We call Donaker, that's a toilet. And right across the same hallway was a sink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sinks. And then there was a mirror up there. And there was a hallway coming in. Roof had about 7 and 6, or 7 and 7, 7 and 6 over there. Then the toilets, the Donaker, that's a secret circus word, Donaker, here. And then it would start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that would be the end. And then it'd be another vestibule to get in and out. And it was interesting because in the clown car, you could go all the way through, but some cars you couldn't. And what we're going to do in here, what you're going to do in here, is because you're going to have an entrance in the middle way, and it's going to be like a mini museum. And I'm not sure which side, but I think on this side will be like the living room from Gunther Gable Williams' house, railroad car. And why it is was he had a full railroad car where they lived. He and his wonderful family lived. Full railroad car. So of course couldn't show that in here, but they're going to show like the living room and some with real artifacts. And it's going to be at the Venice Historical Railroad Station. I'm going there right now for a meeting. But anyway, the Venice Historical Association is doing all this wonderful work. So maybe you come in, there'll be like a mini museum here, and then over here will be Gunther Gable Williams and his wonderful family's home, like where they lived on the train. Then you come around the museum, talks about the history of the Venice Ringling Brothers Barnum Circus under Irvin and Kenneth Feld. So Clown College was a big part of that. The yearly building of the new show, that's part of that. And then on this side, it's going to do almost what I showed you when we walked into this video. It's going to cut. And I think my room was a little bit bigger than the 4 by 6 that I described. Mine was about maybe, come out, 6, maybe 8, maybe 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8, 6, 7, maybe 8 by 8, a little bit smaller than 8 by 8. And also I had a sliding door because this was become the hallway, say, of it. And now on those bigger rooms, the hallway would be on one side or the other. And for balance purposes and also to give it more space. There's nothing on this side but a window and a bathroom or something like that. Then mine is going to be here. And then you're going to go a little further and you're actually going to see one of those rooms that I described. A little that we call the roomette room. And then each room, for our friends in World of Chucko over there, each room is going to have real factual artifacts and parts of our life that we used and we lived with on the circus train. Okay, Tyler, we're moving into your offices over here from the circus train, and I'm looking at a wagon. It looks like a wagon.
Sir, well, we call it a bunkhouse around here. It's just, I mean, what it sounds like is a house with a bunch of bunks in it for the guys on the carnival to sleep in.
Right.
Each room sleeps 2 guys.
Oh yeah,
and
sure.
Eventually there'll be a wall up here. So when you come in this side, you'll just see a top bunk. And there'll be an opposite wall on the other side. From the other side, you'll just see a bottom bunk.
How interesting. See, you can do that in the truck. In the case of the circus, where the bunk ends would be the wall. Because that'd be the side of the train.
Yep.
Oh, I hope people can see what you're talking. It's actually fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is actually the inside of the circus train where I was talking like the clown car we call it, or the single girls car. Would be the same. You see the door sets up, and inside would be one bunk. Some people were clever and hired somebody to put a bunk on the top so that they would make the bottom bunk into a table and chair. They would separate that.
Doing this train is something I'll be a part of forever, and I've got a 3-year-old son, and when he gets to be 12 or 13, it'll be something I can go over and show him that I was a part of, and I did something, It's something I can be proud that I had a hand in. you know, it'll always be around, and it's something I can pass down to him.
You're actually part of history. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the world of Chucko. I'm gonna climb to the picture frame and join Chucko. Hope you do too.
I'll show you the picture of how it looked in the heyday, 70s, the 80s. And this is just unbelievable. You have to see it in person. This is for our friends and fans and guests of the world of Chucko. Hello, that's Mr. Jordan. Hey, Clark, how you doing? Good?
Hi, fine.
You're not Clark Kent, are you?
No,
You never
you
know.
would say the big ass.
Yeah. And here's Miss Betty, of course, a past president of the board of the Circus. This is a Venice Historic Association. Can you say a little something to the world of Chucko?
Something to Chucko. I love Chucko.
There's the project. You gotta come down here. You gotta come in here. If you're in Venice, Florida, this is the actual train station that the Circus train, the Ringling Brothers and Barnabas, the Circus train stayed on. And I'm gonna cut off from it.
How about that? We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to seeing you again. A lot of ways you can come join us. Climb through the picture frame. Check out all the information at the bottom. And I just have to tell you, the time has come to say goodbye. I hope we made some friends. And so I'll say, may God bless you until we meet again. World of Chucko, come see us right here on Patreon.